Hello friends, my name is Mukesh Vaitanya. As we have seen both the part 1 and part 2 story chapter highlights, now question answer. First is first flight. Thinking about the text on page number 36 of your textbook. See, why was the young seagull afraid to fly? Why was the young seagull afraid to fly? Do you think all young birds are afraid to make their first flight? Or are some birds more timid than others? Do you think a human baby also finds it a challenge to take its first step? First step. Do you think like this? That take the example of young ones birds afraid to first flight and think of a human baby also afraid to take steps. The young seagull was afraid to fly because it was his first flight and he feared of falling and hurting himself. Naturally, the young one first flight, that is why he had that type of fear of falling and hurting himself. That is why he didn't try. He thought that his wings would not support him while flying. He had that type of feelings, that type of thinking that his wings cannot give support while flying, that type of fear. That is why he afraid and he could not try to fly. Yes, it is natural that doing something for the first time is a big challenge and fearful. It was natural that, or one type of challenge and fearful. All birds must be afraid to make their first flight. Similarly, human being is also afraid of taking the first step and find it challenge when he learns to crawl or stands up without support. Yeah, it applies to human being also. When it stop or stand without support, it is also fear. Because first time, that is why that type of fear it finds. Second, third time or after experience doing, then that type of fear is not there. But first time, that is why if you take the example of birds or human beings, first time, then naturally it is fearful or it has or he has, baby has also fear. Question number second. The sight of the food maddened him. What does this suggest? What compelled the young seagull to finally fly? Naturally, the sight of the food maddened him. What does this suggest? What compelled for the young seagull to finally fly? Compel means force. Why it tries to fly? Who put force? The young seagull was very hungry. It was his hunger, this ultimately compelled him to fly. Naturally, become too much hungry, there was not any other option except flying. That is why it this particular hunger made him bold or compelled him to fly. His hunger intensified when he saw his mother tearing at a piece of fish. When his mother, seeing that type of fish that lay at her feet. The feast was at her feet, and that is a mother saw this and signaled young ones. He cried to her, begging her to get some food. When his mother came towards him with food in her beak, he screamed with joy and anticipation. When at last the young one is able to catch the fish, it took the fish in its beak. Mother also praised. However, the stop in the midway, he wondered why she did not come nearer. Showing like this, why she did not come nearer? Not being able to resist or control his hunger any longer, he dived at the food in his mother's beak. When his mother taking this particular food, but mother could not go near the young ones. So young ones became hungry, could not keep the control, and young ones reached to the mother. At that moment, his anger overpowered his fear of the great expanse of sea beneath the cliff. Finally, this plunge was followed by the natural reaction of body, means to fly. And when the young ones could not keep control, very hungry, so it tried to catch the fish from the ocean. Seeing the fish in its mother's beak, but mother could not come and give. So that at last the young ones become bold and jump into the ocean and get the fish. That shows that if you provide without that particular person's or animals or birds' effort, it was difficult. That is why parents, as you know, left the young ones and went, so that the young ones try to get the food. Otherwise, it is quite impossible. Question number 3. They were belonging to him, calling Srini. Why did the seagull's father and mother threaten him and cajole him to fly? Why his mother and father threaten him and cajole him to fly, put force to fly? Because it was parents' duty to make him strong. It is parents' duty to make him self-reliant. Have to teach it that don't depend on others. Have to find the food himself. Even not to depend on parents, other family members. Self-help is the best help. Wanted to this particular lesson, and that is why mother and father tried their best to fly these young ones and to get the food for themselves or himself. That was what it wanted to do. Next. They were beckoning to him, calling Srini. Why did Seagull's father and mother threaten him? Seagull's parent had tried everything, but he was reluctant to fly due to fear of falling down. Parents tried their best, everything, but he was reluctant. Reluctant means hesitant. And hesitation is there, then naturally, if you take the example of birds, animals, or human beings, not start work. Parents tried their best, but yet these birds, young ones, young seagulls, afraid, reluctant, fear of falling down. He looked at his brothers and sisters but wouldn't make any effort. He observed, he saw towards mother and father but not making efforts. That is why the whole family had left him alone and threatened and cajoled him to come, but every effort went in vain. They also left the particular young ones, giving threaten also that we will not provide food. All the efforts goes in vain, not succeed. On the right side, question number 4. Have you ever had a similar experience where your parents encourage you to do something that you were too scared of to try? Discuss this in pair of groups. Have you that type of experience that mother and father, parents encourages to do something and you have fear? If any this type of experience, then describe. Suggested answer: yes, I had a similar experience. Yes, I had a similar experience while learning to ride a bicycle in class 6. Learning bicycle in class 6. In my initial attempts, I fell down every time and developed a fear of cycling, which was difficult to overcome. Naturally, fear is there. And initial attempts, starting attempts, fell down every time. So naturally, confidence not coming, fear coming, and difficult to overcome this fear. No amount of provoking and cajoling could let me try it again. Many persons supporting, telling, but fear is there, so not try it again. But my father encouraged me to overcome the fear and help me as he was adamant on my learning cycling. He was firm. So my father encouraged me, giving that type of guidance because he wants that I should learn cycling. He took me on a mount neat on my learning cycling. He took me on a mount near village and made me sit and asked me to put my hands on the handle and feet on the pedal. He took outside of the village and explained me that sit on the seat and keep the legs on the pedal, keep your hands on handle. I spat down and I enjoyed it without fear, which developed my confidence. Then naturally, when you succeed step by step, your confidence coming, and one time confidence coming, then nobody can stop progress. Thus, I overcome my fear of cycling and started riding a cycle after a few practice. After a few practice, I was able to do this and I try my best to learn this. It was a very important points. That was what I want to learn. Number 5, question number 5. In the case of in the case of bird flying, it seems a natural act and a foregone conclusion that it should succeed. In the example you have given in answer to the previous question, was your success guaranteed, or was it important for you to try regardless of possibility of failure? The particular questions, in case of bird flying, it seems a natural act. They're all afraid when first attempt then, but some afraid higher, some afraid less. But first attempt, that is why afraiding higher. We face some problems in the initial stage. Initial stage means starting stage. And while learning new skills, due to the fear of failure, we hesitate to perform a task or to do something new. We hesitate to perform task. Cannot confidence, or without confidence we perform this particular task is not good at all. In case of the seagull, his parents cajoled him to fly. In the example I have given in the answer of previous question, I was cajoled by my father to learn cycling. So at the stage I was to learn cycling, as it was very important for me to overcome my fear. It was very important. One time you overcome from fear, you will do it. But at first stage, initial stage, naturally, fear is there. But we should not leave our efforts, we should increase our efforts, and we should learn by keeping confidence in our heart. Yes, my success was guaranteed, because if someone is determined to do something, then success is assured, 100% assured, guaranteed. Moreover, he said, practice makes the man perfect. Practice only makes man perfect. As said, practice only things which makes the man perfect. Other have no option about it without practice. Now see the black aeroplane on page number 40 of your textbook. First question, I will take the risk. What is the risk? Why does the narrator take it? What says? I will take the risk. Telling what is the risk? Why does the narrator take it? What is the reason that narrator take this risk? A huge storm was brewing up, and the narrator was keen to reach his home. After a long time he was going, he wanted to take breakfast with his family, and that is why he was very eager to reach there. to spend his holidays with his family. So he decided to fly through the storm as he did not want to miss the chance to meet his family at breakfast. He did not want to miss the chance to take the breakfast with his family. That is why he was very eager to reach that. Thus, he took the risk even when the visibility was almost zero in the storm. Then also, he did not stop. Kept his he kept his journey continued, and he did not stop even though higher risk was there he had taken. Question number 2. Describe the narrator's experience as he flew the aeroplane into the storm. His experience. He flew the aeroplane into the storm. As the pilot, means narrator, entered the storm, his plane started jumping and twisting. His plane started jumping and twisting. He could not see anything outside the plane as it was black. Could not see. Unable to see. When he looked at compass and other instruments, they had stopped to function due to storm. All the instruments stopped working due to storm. It was a terrible and fearsome experience for him. Terrible and fearful experience for him. Then he saw the fuel tank was almost empty and he could not fly more than 10 minutes. The fuel tank was empty, very less fuel, around 5 to 10 minutes fuel remained. Then he saw another black aeroplane by his side, and the pilot of the plane signaled him to follow. Pilot of the aeroplane signaled him to follow. It was a surprise for the narrator as the other black plane was having no light. He was surprised. That particular aeroplane has no light. He followed him without any choice and landed safely on the runway. He followed another black aeroplane, has no lights, and he landed safely on the runway. He took the breath of relief. Question number 3. Why does the narrator say, I landed and was not sorry to walk away from the old Dakota? Why does narrator say, I landed and was not sorry to walk away to particular plane? The narrator described his experience of flying in the storm, and it was an old Dakota which was not very big and sophisticated. The plane which he was taking was not new, old, and not very big and sophisticated plan. And he had a very horrific experience flying it. He has that type of experience of flying it. So he was very happy rather than being sorry after coming out of the plane and took a sigh of relief when it landed safely. The plane was not sophisticated, not too much big, and that is why it was somehow difficult to do it. It shows that what he observed in this way, that the plan had a very horrific, the writer had a very horrific experience flying it, so he was very happy rather than being sorry that he at last he succeeded in landing this plane safely. Here this brings the end of this particular lecture. Remaining question answer we will see in next lecture. You will have to write this question answer one time and have to read 3 times. Clear? And prepare, speak, learn. Try to remember by heart. Okay? Thank you. Have a nice day.